Hey guys, hey campers, sorry for the sunglasses, but it's another roasting day today. Once again, must be about 38 degrees. Perfect time to install some new batteries. Now these ones weigh about 56 kilos, so I'm going to put it down over there and I'll explain later. This might be handy. This is what came off the old battery, so yeah, at least I kept this one safely. Now we're going to go over there underneath behind the driver's seat, underneath the bus is where the batteries are kept. So what we have here are two Numax batteries, 12 volts each. These are truck batteries, as you may imagine. They're 225 amp hours and 1300 amps, which is actually more than what came off here. The batteries that were installed originally were, I think, 210 and 1150. So this should start the bus easily. The old ones were finito. I don't know how old they were, but the bus is 35 years old now. So yeah, there's an end of life to everything, even though we try and keep it going. So what we need to do now is connect these two together to make 24 volts for the system. Put them in there, and then we're going to crank the motor up again because it's been a while since it's turned over, right? So, our handy set of spanners, which you always need. Luckily, they're always in the landy. There's our battery box. There's the space for it. 2 cables, and the one joining the batteries. So it shouldn't be more than 10 minutes. Let's see what happens. Yeah, they're as heavy as they look. I think that's positive. That's negative. And a connector between the two. Right, so red. Black. It's normally a 10. This is a small one. Yeah. Wing nut, can you believe that? Oh, there we go. Those are hooked up now. Now we need to find the ignition key and give it a whirl. Right, not the best view. Let's take this off. There we go. There it is, man. Lights. Alright. This is the kill switch. You need to pull it out of it. I think that's the result, man. Check it out. Wants to work, man. Come on. Come on. Result, man. So I'm just gonna let it take over for a while. Sounds pretty good, huh? Fuel gauge wants to work. Still need to figure that out. Whew. That is brilliant, man. That is excellent. Now we can close this up. Batteries are in there. It's basically all they do. They just sit in there. I think they're so heavy they don't go anywhere. Wow, that is hot, man. Everything is hot to the touch. Anything metal. Alright, so here we are at the back of the bus again. Magically, the bed has moved itself out of the way because we need to get here. And that's a fascinating little looking thing. And what that is, under there is the fuel tank. And that is the access hole for the fuel meter inside the fuel tank, because our fuel gauge still isn't working even though I swapped it out in the last video, if you remember that. So we need to open that, see if we can get that thing out. What I did bring for that is these little, what are they called again? Like in the last video I can't remember the name. Dopjes in Dutch. I think 10, 8 and 6, and these are very small little nuts on that ring that holds it in. So let's see if we can make it happen, man. It's been a while, so let's go. Oh, that's pretty good actually from the camera, I have to say. I can see that well in there. So yeah, there's the fuel line, fuel return, and there are a couple of electrical things in there. So we have to take all of that out of there. It's been in there for quite a while, I think. Well, 35 years, right? So what we're scavenging for down there is this thing here. Looks familiar. These three lines going in there. That's probably the fuel out to the engine with a little filter on it. Fuel return. And the other one, I think it's a breather pipe. It might be that. And then of course we have this little electrical connection which goes forward to the fuel gauge on the dashboard. However, the fuel gauge isn't working, so we've replaced the fuel gauge on the dashboard. Replaced that last time. It's probably this thing here, I don't know. Apparently they can wear out if you run your these can wear out if you run your fuel tank too empty too often, and they just do that all the time. Let's have a look. First try and get this one out, because that's the main thing. We tried this before and it's a real, I won't say pig, it's a real difficult one. So what do we have? Oh no, is it in between? I think it's in between. I think it's a 7. Can you believe it? Yep. Well, that is not so good news. That's too small. We're gonna have to get our trusty set of spanners out and try and get that thing out. Let's see if we can make it happen. Yeah, it looks like a 7 to me. So Vic was down here a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, doing this from underneath the bus, which is a massive applause to her, because I can't really fit under there. It's too low for me, man. So I don't know if you can see all this. It's very difficult down here. So that is 2 cables. Okay. So by the light of my phone, trying to get in here. Do these nuts. Really difficult place, huh? I suppose it's not something you really need to do that often. Once every 35 years, if you're lucky. So if any one of you have done this before, tell me, I might be going down the wrong avenue here. Yeah. Just gets hung up, eh? Okay, that's now 3. So what we're trying to do is undo those down there, that one and these 2, and then this thing is another one which is different to what we've got now, so I have to see how that sits together. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to try and undo those. You can't really see what I'm doing, so it's a bit of a waste of time here, but anyway, here we go. 2 to go. 1 more. Scuppered again, man. 5 of the nuts I got off. And then the last one, it was just turning around like it's stripped. Which means it was turning with a bit of resistance, but it wasn't coming off the bolt. Even going the other way, this way, you can't get there with pliers, and I thought, let me just put it all back together for the moment. Get some advice before we break something. And while I was looking, this old replacement part is actually broken right there. Can you believe that? Which I've only just noticed. So is it going to help us? I don't know. I think it is an electrical problem with the wires that come in over there. Those are the wires going in there. Maybe it's an earth, I don't know. I'm going to ask a mechanic friend and then take it from there, man. But we gave it a go. We were nearly there, so close. Well, that's how hot it is, man. Even the door rubbers are sagging from the heat. I kid you not. So there we have it, mini results today. A couple of battery changes, which was a good thing. At least it's running now. Somebody might be able to explain to me why a 5.4 litre diesel without a turbo needs so much starting capacity, man. 225 1300, that's a lot. So Pepe, at least it's running now. Engine sounds good, I think. Thumbs up for me. Pity I couldn't get that last little screw, that last little nut off the petrol gauge inside the fuel tank. That would have helped us a lot, because that's holding up everything at the moment. We need to put the water tanks on top of that access little hatch. Bed goes on top of that. Storage underneath the bed, and then you'll never be able to get to it. So for now, we're going to have to just ask someone. Maybe they can go give us some advice. Don't want to force it, break something. It's even worse. And then keep rolling, man. Hopefully we can get the thing on the road again. We just need some brakes. That's all we need. Problem is the pipe's broken. Mechanics around here in this area of France don't want to touch brakes. They just don't feel like it, don't want to know. So I've been having to go, and I'm really running into a brick wall trying to find the right parts for it. Because as you may know, M10 by 1 is different to M10 by 1.25. And that's the big issue here. And the brake line is 6.3 and the others are 4.6, something to that effect. And then you got all the connections in between, and it's a mission. So yeah, I'm getting closer, man. I'm getting to become an expert as well on this. But once that's done, we can start rolling. That'll be good for management. One more go, man. Why not? Do this all day, man. The engine works. Gauge still not working. We'll have to figure that out. And the brakes, which has been the ongoing saga here, which is hopefully nearing a solution. Yeah, anyway, good stuff. One result today. I'm happy with that, man. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys are still keeping safe out there during this time. We're not out of it yet. I don't know. Hopefully it'll be soon and everyone can just be safe and healthy and carry on, and don't have to worry about this whole global thing anymore. Until then, thanks for watching, guys. Give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one. Ciao.